what is new in the design of the hardware of platform science? The same dimensions like the old Qualcomm or the PeopleNet, with a newer, tougher design. As you see, the tablet is very neat. From the side, you have 3 buttons. One for the, like, it's a Samsung tablet. That's for the reverse or the going back. And that is for the home. And that one is for, I think, for multiple folders. On the top, these 2 for the lower and the higher volume, and that one I don't know yet what's the function of that. Look at here, let us see. From that's volume, that most probably for the power. On the side you have a stylus. This is a stylus, this is not an antenna. This portion is for the stylus. It's a Samsung tablet. And from the back it looks like any cell phone. You have a camera. From the bottom you have the charging contacts. From this side you have the communication cable, you have the sound port, and I don't know what that port for. If you look at the connection to the truck, it is not like Qualcomm and it is not like PeopleNet. It is a simple charging cable. This cable, as you see from the back, this cable is just for power. The old Qualcomm used to have a very thick cable that's connected to the computer of the truck. Here all you have is a power cable, very neatly designed through a hole that goes back to the back of the truck, to the power contact of the truck, and everything here is nothing more than a holder of the tablet. From the, and that is for the volume. This is a loudspeaker for the volume. So let us go back to the tablet and see how it works. Change the status or continue driving. I'm going to change the status. Change the status to what? If you look at the screen here, I was in driving condition status. You can either change it to off duty, sleeper, driving, on duty, or yard mode. If you put it off duty, it will give you a few options. 10-hour dot break, 30-minute dot, or state meal break. That's in California. Or you want to do it 34 dot restart. If you do not want any of those, you can either do next, or you can, I think, go back. If you go back, it will take you back here to the, let us do the stylist. That is off duty. you have three options. You can go back from here. If you go to the sleeper, you have few options. The 10-hour dots, a 30-minute break, or the dot start. So what is the difference between a sleeper and off-duty? Legally, off-duty means you are not in the truck. Sleeper means you are in the truck. So if you go back to the sleeper, the off-duty, you have three options, the same three options if you are in the sleeper doing the same things. So why do you have the same three functions here and here? Simply because off-duty means you are away from the truck, you can have a break away from the truck. Sleeper means you are close to the truck. So the difference simply accounts for any illegal activity or something wrong happened, and you want to prove that whether you are in the truck or away from the truck. If you are driving, you click on the driving, continue driving. If you are on duty, it will ask you, what are you doing? You are on duty accounting for an accident, for fueling, for load and unload, for load securement to check, for maintenance breakdown, others, or post-trip truck integrity verification, and I think you might have other options. Those are the options that you have. You have an accident. Suppose you click on an accident. It will ask you, do you want to proceed or no? So you can go back and cancel. Suppose you click on fueling. You can go back and cancel. You can go back and cancel. So it is not a big deal if you make a mistake. You still have to have the option of next. If you look at the top, you can still go back from here. If you look at the top, it asks you for exceptions. That green spot means the tablet is connected to the truck or in the truck. That is the driver ID number. You can click here to see what options you have on that menu. That menu tells you what are the apps on the truck, on the tablet. You have an app called NTransit. You have navigation app. You have hours of service or the legal functions that are commercial legal functions. You have the syntax, the Wi-Fi manager, the driver vehicle inspection records, or the application manager, the installer wizard. That is when you wanted to design the tablet or the platform science for the setting of any particular company. Now we are talking about Walmart here. Walmart has a specific setting of the science, platform science, that's different from other companies. We are going to see how different it is. We are going to change the status, continue driving now. We are in the sleeper. We are doing none of those. We are just having a break. So we are going to make it next. It asks you, do you want to end the shift? I said no, skip that. So it asks you to confirm. This is a truck number. That is the time of status. That is the vehicle item identification number. That is the start, the date of the start. We are in the sleeper. That is the location we are in Utah. We are going to make it confirm. We need to end the shift and the day, so we go back to home. In the home, we go to the hours of service. Don't have to do that. can go right here on duty, change on duty to sleeper, because I'm going to stay in the truck. DOT reset, and another message say application installed. Do you want to end the shift? Yes. It asks you to confirm. You can do that. We're here in the hours of service module. It has 4 subfolders. The first folder is overview. When you open overview, it gives you the segments of the day, the dates and the time. Today is March 17. That is the time. The DOT reset, the 10-hour reset. We ended the shift about a minute ago. I was on duty for a while, and you can go down, scroll down to find all the activities of the day, from driving, on duty, driving, and so on. Every activity is stated here by date and the time. That's called overview. Go to the hours of service. Here you will have a different story. You will have how many miles I drove today. I drove about 582 miles, and that is the load, the load and the load ID and the BOL, the bill of lading, and that is the carrier, and that is my 4 lines: on duty, sleeper, driving, and off duty. That is how it is split. Today I drove about how many hours? Yes, I drove about 10 hours, 39 minutes. I was off, including the 6 hours in the morning, about 5 hours. Because if you look at here, there is about 4 hours. I started 4 o'clock in the morning, about 4:20. Started my shift 4:20. I was on duty for almost an hour or 56 minutes. I was in the sleeper 51 minutes. So this is the legal part. We're now in the main menu, or the home page. Here it says the solo driver. This is how many hours I have left, how many minutes I have left on the 14. I cannot log out because this is my truck. This is the city I am in. This is the temperature outside. That is what my status right now. That is the local time. If you click here, there's another message keep coming, interrupting me. I do not want it. Let me just click here to show you what it does. Here it gives you very good information. This is different from PeopleNet and the Qualcomm. On the 30-minute dot, I have 4 hours. I already have the break, my break. On the 11, I have 20 minutes to drive, but on the 14th I am almost have 10 minutes. On the 70 I have that much because this is my first day of the week. These are other information if you need them. On the 10th I drove, what are those numbers? This is the hours of cycle 70 hour property. That's on the, today is the 17th, that is today. It seems like this is how many hours I worked in the 14th. Yes, as you see, there are 2 days here I am off. This is because I work 5 days a week. I am off in these 2 days. I work. Those are the hours I work in every day of these days. If you go here, if you click here, will it give you anything? Yeah, when you click here, it gives you information right here. Today's information. For example, if you click on the 10th, does it give you anything? No, it does not. Might. No, it's not going to give me anything. Anyway, this is how much hours, how many minutes I have today. I need to go back to the home page, and I need to go back to the NTransit. In summary, NTransit is the payroll application that is unique to Walmart. Walmart is making a revolution in the trucking business. He'll make a driver paying himself for every activity, and you don't have to file paperwork. All you have to do is to click here and put your activity and how long it took, and you get paid for it. This is your navigation application. And this is your legal application, hours of service and the geolocation and data. We are not going to deal with that now. Let us just go in transit. I will show you how it works. I wanted to end my day. It is not working. Say here, Tuesday, March 17. No, it is not working. Something is wrong. So it screws up like Qualcomm and PeopleNet. It is not a perfect application that they claim it is. I'm trying to end my day. Maybe if I change that time, let me see. This is the estimated time for next dispatch. I put it tomorrow at 9 o'clock. That is the location it's supposed to be. And that is how many hours I will have tomorrow. And that is how many hours I have on the 70th. I said submit, not submit now. I can say cancel. Because I needed to end my day. I cannot end my day. I will say okay again. But we are going in cycle now. It is not ending my day. So I have to stop now and call the management. Before I call the management, let me do that. Let me reset the tablet. Reset is the first button. It is a tablet, like a cell phone. It's really a cell phone. It's no more than that. It's a Samsung tablet. So let me click here. It asks me to start. Okay, let me start it. Say platform science. I'm going to start as a tablet. That might solve the problem. As you can see, it's a Galaxy, Samsung, Android. It works exactly like a cell phone with apps on it that controls the device on the truck or communicates with the device on the truck. That's called the telematics, or tele come from a distance, communication at a distance, and the matics come from informatics. or sharing information from a distance. It wants me to swipe the screen. Let me try again now. All I need is to end my day. We did that 3 times before. It is not, it is doing it. Yes. End the day sent successfully. We are updating you work day. You see, as you see here, it needs some tweaking. It's suppose we are updating your work day. Well, they need to work on the grammar a little bit. We are updating your work day. Please refresh the work day manually if you don't see the update. Thank you. Now, I am out. I ended my day. All I need now is to add another function because I get paid to do that. This function is called layover. Walmart pays you when you sleep in the truck about $42. The layover asks you add a past layover or begin a new one. Now, I need to begin a layover now. Begin a layover now. Now we are good. We have a layover, and still we did not arrive yet. We are going to arrive tomorrow. But if you look at here, if you slide the screen, I ended the day at 6:20. Started the layover at 6:21. So I have 10 hours before I can restart my next shift. So now I can start at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:21 in the morning. You get paid for that. If you wanted to know what else do you get paid for, I will do that tomorrow. How it works today, for example, I started at 4:23 in the morning. I can edit it if I wanted to. Here is where I started the load and the trip. Departed at 4:47. That is my trailer number. I did 4 functions, 4 activities. Begin the trip, hooked to a trailer, and departed. When I clicked by mistake, it gives me some information. Let me close it. If you want the information, you can go through each one of those. If you click here, it will give me nothing. So in the morning, from this time to this time, those are the 4 activities I did. Begin the trip, hooked and departed. Then I arrived at the store at 1 o'clock, 1:13 and to 1:27. That is the entire time I was in the store. I arrived on time. My due time is 14 o'clock. So I arrived before that. I dropped the trailer. If you look at here, that is the trailer I dropped. I clicked here by mistake. I need to go back. I can go back from here. Let me use the stylus. At the store, I changed it to a new trailer. I did these activities. I arrived, hooked, and departed. You get paid for some of these functions. Then I'm supposed to be at that store. I did not make it yet, but I need to end my time now because I have no more driving hours. When I click end, it asks me, are you sure you want to end, to send the end of day? Press OK. When I press OK, It asked me to rate the place. Which place? I don't know. Let us just rate it, say we love it. Because there is nothing we hate. It's supposed to end. It cannot end it. It is stuck. So the day did not end. It is now, if you go back again to the main menu, we need to start a new day. Perfect. We start a new day. Now we are ready to go. All I have to do now is just change the estimated time of dispatch to 9 o'clock. It is March 18. That's okay. I will make it 10 o'clock. Mountain Time Standard. And I'm going to say okay. Now I can run. If you go back here to the details of today, the details of today is 13th. Still don't know. That's 2 minutes so far worked through this process. We have 8 hours of driving to the break, 11 hours the whole day. We have, that's how many hours on the 14th, that's how many hours on the 17th. We go back to the main page. We are on duty now. That is the city, that's the temperature. So we are ready to go. We have arrived, so we put it in yard move. It needs some words in yard. You just have to justify why are you doing that. Complete. What are we doing? Loading and unloading, post trip and pre-trip. And next. And finished. Confirm. We need now to go to the, here is where you get your money in NTransit. We arrived. We arrived at the DC. So we finished the trip. It sends a message through the Wi-Fi. We end the trip. Not a problem. They are still working on it. Should we start a new trip? We have a new trip. Here is the road number. Here is the route and the trip number. And the time it came. You can figure out here. When it come. When did it come? Very few information here. Do we have any information? No information. So we close this one. You can figure out when you slide the screen right here in the dispatch. That is a trip for today. It has 3 segments to it. We're going to start it later on. Now we have a new trip. can start we can begin the new trip. That is a trip. It is the load number, the trip number, or the bill of lading, and that is the begin. We're going to start a new trip. Please do not use the normal entrance, some message. Let us stop. One of the problems of terminals is that you have information here on the trip that have to be manually entered in another application on the same tablet. Makes no sense. So I'm going to copy this number on the paper. Why? Because the programmer was too lazy to take care of the final details. You have to write this information by hand. That is the trip number. And the load number is 86251095. Once you do that, you go back to the home screen. In the home screen, you go to the hours of service. You have to go to the load. In the load, you create a new load. The load ID number is, I really don't know which one it is. Let us just put any one. It doesn't make any sense that you have to enter data manually while you have electronic applications. It makes no sense whatsoever. Let us just do the ID number that way. Next, the BOL, it doesn't make any sense. Let us just do whatever number we have. The trailer number, this is the only number I can tell you that it is okay. Here is the load ID number, the bill of lading number, and the trailer number. All I done was just getting the information from the message that was sent to me. I'm going to create a new load. The new load was created. Why can't we get the right information shared between? Here is the problem. You have to share information between the NTransit and the hours of service. This is legal and this is payroll. The legal part, I have to do it manually, as you saw it. This was a load I have to create manually. Go back to the payroll part. It gives you trip number and load number. Does it tell you the bill of lading? No. It doesn't give you any information about the bill of lading. If you go here to see if you have any information, no. What happened? The programmer was busy programming to get something to work. But whatever was finished was just incomplete. Let us see if we can get any perfect information from here. Here is the message, the trip number. Yeah, it has three segments. The first segment is 122 miles. The second segment is 57 miles. The last segment is is what? 59 miles, and there is no bill of lading or anything. So you just enter the data haphazardly, hoping that you can get it to work. It's going to work anyway, even if you put zeros. We are going to depart the store with a very negative feedback. We are going to give this store just 1 star. Readiness, operation, lights not working, extended wait time, dock clean, receiving area. Can we make comments? Yes. Very dangerous. Blockage of truck turnaround. By pallets. And a very slim pavement behind the store. Sooner or later, serious accidents are bound to happen. Would anybody hear that? Not sure. Doesn't even deserve 1 star. Okay. We are going to the last stop. Five 168. Yeah. Very good. Richfield. Got it? We are ready to go. And I'm really frustrated with this nasty place. Look the way they block the turnaround. You have to go around the store. And around the store there is no place to turn around. If you lose control on one of the wheels, you're going to have a rollover in the ditch. Imagine you have a rollover in a ditch behind the Walmart. Need to add a paid activity at 10 o'clock. It was not punches. It was not planned activity. It was unplanned activity, and it has to do with the trailer weight. So this is the issue I have to use. Trailer weight issue. It asks you what time did you start? We started at 10 o'clock. And what time did we finish? We finished at 10:30. That is trailer weight issue. Confirm. It say start time and end time should not overlap. Very common problem. So we make that time 5 and we try again. We make, well, what else can I do? We make that time 25 and we try again. It did work. It took it. Let us see if it had it properly. Yes. So we added a trailer weight issue because the trailer was heavy. I need to add another activity. It was not bunches. It was not. I can put it road closure. Best time. What time did I start? It started at 3 o'clock. 3 here is about 15 years, and it ended about 15:30. Did that work? Oh, this is not good. This is 15. That might cause a problem. Let us see. Doesn't want it, so we make this one 5. It doesn't want it. We make this one 10, and we make this one 40. It doesn't want it. We make this 40 25. It doesn't want it, so I cannot do it. It just sucks. All I can tell you, it is not a good thing. Overlapping problem is a problem with this program. You go to the store and the store have a problem. Yeah, you cannot squeeze it between these two numbers. That's the beginning and the end. Okay, so we read it that way. So why did Walmart abandon PeopleNet and the Qualcomm and ended up with this application, Platform Science? If you look carefully to the screen, it's covered that is the only application that Walmart emphasizes, the NTransit. That application means as you are driving, every activity is accounted for in your payroll. Because of transportation jobs are notorious in cheating drivers. Drivers are overworked and underpaid, and many people opt to become owner-operator, and the owner-operator business is not worth it. Too much headache and too little gain. Walmart needs drivers. They need drivers badly because they are a private fleet. What they did, they implemented this combination of two apps. The Hours of Service app deals with the legal issues of commercial driving. The NTransit app deals with the payroll issues of commercial driving, and the navigation is mostly commercial navigation. If you look here at the hours of service, it is no different from Qualcomm or PeopleNet. There's an overview folder. That is the first subfolder of the hours of service, the overview. The overview gives you the activities and the events of the day by date and time. For example, an event of sleeper started on March 18th at 1985. That is the duration of being in the sleeper. Before that, there was an end of shift. What time did I end the shift? I ended the shift after 12 hours and 35 minutes and started the shift. That is the start of the end of the shift. So I ended the shift after at 19, which means 8 o'clock. That is the end of the shift. That is today. That is the duration of the shift. Before that, there was an activity. Okay, the screen is not moving. It's moving now. There was a driving activity. For how long? 1 hour, 23 minutes. Before that, there was an off-duty activity for 1 hour and 6 minutes. And so on. So that the first subfolder of this app, the hours of service, gives you the activities by date and the time and duration. That subfolder is called the overview. The next subfolder is the hours of service. Tells you that today I drove 494 miles. That is the load number and the bill of lading. That is the carrier. And here is my 4-line chart. The off-duty, the sleeper, the driving, and the on-duty. How many hours did I drive today? Today I drove 8 hours and 7 minutes. I was on duty for 3 hours and 6 minutes. I was in the sleeper. I was off duty 1 hour 21 minutes. In the sleeper about 8 hours. If you go through the items of this subfolder, the geolocation data, the status, the start of the start time, the duration, and the location. Is the location correct here? The location is correct. The duration is given in hours and minutes. That's the geolocation. That is the same functionality of the old Qualcomm and the PeopleNet, satellite tracing of the route of the truck. Give you the status of the driver, the beginning of the status, the duration of the status, and the location of the status. The third subfolder of this app is the load. Here we have one load. It has the date of the load, the start and the end, the load number, the bill of lading, and the trailer number. Here you can look at you can modify it. You can add trailer here or remove trailer. You can add bill of lading here or remove bill of lading. and you can add a load here or remove load. How do you close this folder? You cannot close it. So what you have to do here is to go back to the back function, reverse. The last subfolder of this app, the hours of service, is the review, where you review your logs and certify them. There is nothing to review here. So how do we go back to the home page? By pressing this button right here. This is like your mobile phone. It has 3 buttons here. You press this button and take you to the home page. Here is the beginning of a new day, which changes the sleeper status to on duty, and we make it a pre-trip. Next, start a shift and confirm. That page asks me to review my log. Agree. Now we are in a on-duty status. Go back to the NTransit. Here where Walmart wants all the activities of the day to be connected to the payroll application, which is NTransit. New message. A trip has a new segment. Another part of the trip was removed. Don't need that one. We don't need that one. What we need now is to go here first to see if they put the trailer number. I am picking. We are going to the part in a minute. There is no trailer number here. The trip now is going back to the DC. There is no trailer number here. Let us now go back. Where do we need to go? We need to go back home. At home, we need to go to the hours of service. That is where you put the legal part, and we need to go to the load. Where did the load go? The load disappeared. Oh, there was a load from yesterday. Yes. Good, I never knew that. That is the load from yesterday. That is the load from the 18th. That is the load from the 17th. That is... okay. Perfect. Now I learned something new. That is the load from... I'm still on. I needed to add something to it. I needed to come here to add a trailer. And my trailer number, I look from the window, 133492. The trailer number is 133492. 133492. And I need to delete that trailer. Now I need to update. It updated successfully. Now we can go back to the home screen and NTransit. We are going to discover that, see, every time you connect to the NTransit, you get a ring because it's a Wi-Fi application. Here, you cannot click here and put a trailer. Say live unload. You cannot put a trailer here. What you can do, I don't need any of that. Here is where Walmart use the NTransit to add activities that you can get paid for it. I am departing now. I can press depart. I get paid for it. Arrive and drop, arrive, end the trip, live unload, hook, depart, subsequent live load, live unload, subsequent live unload, stop, drop, or stop. I can put now depart. It will ask me what time do you want to depart? We are going to depart today. Now it is 8:44. We'll make it 8:44 now. We are going to confirm a depart. So it should come back asking me for the trailer. If it doesn't, I will be very upset. It did not. Ooh, it did not. It did not update the trailer. It just put the arrive. How do you update this number? The trailer number. Cannot. Can you press here? It is going to give you the activities. It's not going to update the number. The activities are bunches. Bunches means clock in or clock out. Meal break, weather, road closure, breakdown, accidents. Or blend, that is downtime. So the bunches is only one meal break. The downtime are three: weather, road closure, breakdown, or accident. The planned activity are meeting, training, trainer, equipment pickup, weigh, snow removal, drug screen, yard check, multiple trailer snow scrapper, approved Walmart function. The unplanned activities that you get paid for: new driver training, trailer weight issue, snow removal, undock trailers, assigned tractor not available, cleaning rejected trailer, out of hours or chains, layover or replace seal. All these activities you get paid for it. So now I have no way of updating this trailer because I used a depart function other than the function that shows up here. So we are screwed here somehow. It doesn't say depart here. We are at this store, but it not. Yeah, it says depart. Let us see if we can change that. It says depart right here. It does not. Okay, let me see. It says trailer is null. Let us see. Let us edit. Can we have a trailer here? This is stupid. The part, the time, the date, the time, the miles, but there is no trailer here to edit. So how do you edit it? Suppose we push here. It does not give you anything. But it say here, the part, that is the time, trailer null. So they need to work on that. One of the special things about Walmart is that you can choose, you can determine the estimated time of dispatch. For example, for me to reach that location, which is my final stop, it's about 350 miles. That will take me about 6 hours. Now it is 4 o'clock. So I mean 4 o'clock p.m. Now it is 10 o'clock. So I needed to come here. That is NTransit, and I'm still working. So I need to come here and put my estimated time of dispatch. Today is 20. I put it 3:20. 3:20 is not good. I need to move it a little bit. So I need to make it, suppose you go there and take a shower, so I make it 4:30 Mountain Time. When well, this location is not good anymore. That is, so I need to, the final location where I'm ready be that location. At that time when I get there, how many hours I would have? I would have 4 hours. How many hours I would have in the 70? I have about 30 hours. 30 hours, yeah. 30, where? Okay, 30. Done. So that is the time when I will be dispatched. As you can see, you choose your own time to get dispatched. Nobody's going to force you, because you have to be clean, you have to be well rested, and you have to like the job. If you don't like the job, how are you going to work? It is sent successfully. Now I can move. How is the software is still incomplete? Today we have a new trip. Today is 20th, not 19th. If you look at the beginning of the day, today's date is 20th. It's not a problem, but we still have a lot of work to do to tweak the system. The trip came on the 19th. That's the trailer number. Then you have two numbers, a trip number and a load number. If you look at the paperwork, the trailer is correct. The two numbers on the top are correct. Let us just start to begin the trip and see what happens. When you begin the trip, it communicates successfully. It communicates with a Wi-Fi device in the truck, so it doesn't have the wiring of Qualcomm or BeebleNet. Now let us go back to the load, the hours of service app. This is the one right here. If you look at today, there is nothing here today. Look at yesterday. This one is already completed. We need to enter a new load. We're going to go here.